Hello everyone, welcome to Leoguidance time if this is your first time, and welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. It's so lovely to have you here. So today's pick card reading is a special pick card reading for me because I have been guided to do this reading for a while in regards to what are your emotional needs. I wanted to cover this topic because we all are coming from different backgrounds. We all been through different experiences, hence we all do have different emotional needs. Of course, there is going to be similarities in between, and this is a general reading. However, I'm sorry for that. However, I would like to bring out some clarity and maybe some more awareness to the parts that we are already aware of, or maybe even like point out to you about where you might be actually looking at within yourself. And I believe that the messages are going to be actually positive and light-hearted in a sense. I hope that this is not going to be so heavy of a reading. But let me introduce you to piles. And after introduction to the piles, I would like to say that I have been reading a book and I feel very much guided to actually read a very short client story which was given in the book. So if you would like to also like stay with me in the intro, you can just like also bear with me after the pile selection and then jump into reading. But when it comes to the pile selection, this is going to be group number one with the Moon and Stars tarot deck, and there's a clear quartz on the top of it. And this is going to be group number two. This is the Soul's Journey Oracle cards, and there's a labradorite on it. And this is the Self-Care Oracle cards. I miss using them with the amethyst on it. So if you want to already go to your pile, you can just find the timestamps in the description box below. You can pause the video. But if you would like to bear with me for the intro a little while, then now I'm starting. So the book is basically differentiating between two different types of people as internals and externalizers. Internalizers and externalizers. So internalizers are more prone to look within themselves and isolate themselves. Whenever they face with a problem, they first tend to look within themselves as are they the problem, and they do not necessarily like to share or look help from others besides themselves. And at least this is like a very general description, so there are a lot more details. And for the externalizers, they are more prone to others to offer them some help. They might be looking out for others and also keeping them responsible for to help them actually to solve their problems. And we do not necessarily define with one or the other one. We can basically go through phases in our lives where we both define as internalizers or externalizers. So at least from my own experience, I was both. And this story is actually resonated with me in a deeper sense that I want to share because I feel like that might be also resonating with actually many people too. So just as like a very short description, um, it is mentioned in here that the internalizers, and this story is about one of them, have a deep need for connection. So they do not have this like a shallow need of connection. So many of the connections in their life might not be actually fulfilling them. So they are so attuned to feelings. Internalizers are extremely sensitive to the quality of emotional intimacy in their relationships. Their entire personality longs for emotional spontaneity and intimacy, and they can't be satisfied with less. Therefore, when they are raised by any emotionally immature parents or figures or emotionally phobic parents, they feel painfully lonely. So, let me get into the story part. So, this is a client story, and it says that She came to the psychotherapy because of her increasing irritability with people and an ability to unwind and relax. She knew that many of her issues were based in anger she felt toward her family for their lack of emotional responsiveness to her. Although she came from a conventionally religious family that emphasized family closeness and loyalty, she didn't feel a connection with them. She couldn't figure out how to interact with her parents and siblings in such a way that she could have a relationship with them and still be herself. She said that I get so tired of their unresponsiveness. I can't get them listen to me or even see me for who I am. But then her shoulders sagged, and in a small and less confident voice, she said that I was raised to be a good girl, but I didn't do that very well. When I got upset, they ignored me. I could be on fire and they wouldn't notice. Underneath her anger, there was a long standing sadness. She'd been struggling to make sense of why she felt so rejected by her parents' seemingly normal behavior. Her feelings of isolation didn't match to the official family story of loving togetherness. She wondered whether something was wrong with her. Perhaps she had always been too much for them. As an internalizer, she had a strong need for authentic emotional connection. Unfortunately, her self preoccupied siblings and parents weren't interested in that kind of like a relationship. No one in her family paid attention to her feelings, and her expressions of enthusiasm fell on deaf ears. In keeping with their emotional immaturity, her parents were intent on playing out their narrow family roles, as were her siblings. She summed up by saying that my parents are utterly unempathetic. We were never on the same wavelength. They don't want to be on my wavelength. It's safer for them, but for me, it's exhausting. So try as she might, she couldn't turn herself into the kind of conventional person her emotionally immature parents could relate to, and she felt defeated in her attempts to have more real closeness with them. Her failed efforts had sent her into the crisis of self doubt and intense confusion. Was she crazy for needing so much for them? She had been on fire with emotional pain for a long time, but no one had noticed because she was so smart and successful. Yet, despite her accomplishments, she just a lack of emotional closeness with her family left her feeling empty inside. To compensate for this lack of connection, she often tried to make people smile and feel good. So I hope that was not so long, but that was actually the story that inspired me to do this reading. And I felt that this might have bring some clarity or even like the need of like feeling understood, know your experiences. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you if you have been with me until this part, but now I'm really going to start getting into your reading and I'm going to see at your bio. Hello, group number one. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this tarot deck, Moon and Stars, and the clear chords, then this is going to be your reading. So, before I start with your reading, during your meditation, I heard that literally, like, oh child, you do not know that how much we understand your pain and how hard it is for you and how much you struggled. But this is not all in vain, and this part is coming right now. This is not all in vain. We just need for you to change your perspective despite of all the struggles that you've been through. It's not an endless journey. And also, I'm hearing that you might be resonating by being a star seed. If you haven't heard about this term before, you might want to look out for it. But I'm going to start with your tarot deck and I'm going to shuffle all the oracle cards you see also in the intro. So let's start group number one. I'm really going to lay it all open. You might have a hard childhood, group number one, but let's see. What are your emotional needs? What are group number one's emotional needs there, guys? Please tell us what is group number one's emotional needs. We have justice, which is truth that came in reverse. Okay, we have balance. I feel like you need a clear communication. You need balanced relationships. You need equal give and take, and this might be something you haven't received actually much. You might be a giver or a taker, which one is resonating with you, but like this is something still all bit out of balance for you, group number one. So, what are group number one's emotional needs, Spirit? Tell us more. What are group number one's emotional needs? Tell us more. Playing into your divine feminine energy is definitely one thing. We have Page of Wands. You might be a giver, group number one, that you're having a very hard time to receive. You might have struggled with some body image, even at the early ages, or like abruptly people start commenting on it, so that might have made you more self-conscious. What are group number one's emotional needs? We have drama, King of Swords. That came in reverse. I'm gonna keep it upright. Please give us one more. What are group number one's emotional needs? There's too many. Group number one's emotional needs, Spirit. I'm hearing wishing upon a star. People might have actually, okay, we have two cards, I'm gonna take them. Ace of Wands, new beginnings and support, King of Cups. Okay, so group number one, I'm seeing you have a big heart and you have been actually criticized a lot during your own life, during your own time about your big emotions, like why they were so big. Like you might have felt that like you were actually like maybe at times like, are you too much for people, are you asking for too much, especially if you have like listen and bear with me in the intro, when I was just reading a client story also, like you might really resonate with that. What I'm seeing is that you have very strong mind, you have very strong words, but like I feel like people have underestimated you a lot. Like you have big visions, but this is out of this world, and you might have get like criticized a lot about in a sense that people might have thought that you have pink tilted glasses. You might have been romanticizing things, they thought so, or if even if you were romanticizing things, that was, some of them was your escape mechanism, but the other part was like your imagination, and this is pure. You literally crave for your imagination, and when you daydream, people did not understand it, so they tried to put you in a box and wanted to shun you out because you were vibrating so high, and they dim your life for a while. You might have actually also resonated by being a little bit of an externalizer, in a sense that you might have given to your emotions in your early ages, or still you might have a potential to basically unground yourself so easily and be a little bit more reactive towards certain things. This is your body is actually reminding you, your mind is reminding you what areas you still need the healing there. uh, and also like we are always along the healing journey, so we don't need to perfect anything. When it comes to your emotional needs, I'm seeing that you have an extremely big heart, you have big emotions, and spirit wants me to tell that this is nothing to be ashamed of. And I'm having like a hard time, like nearly I'm stuttering when talking. I don't do that usually when channeling, so you might have a hard time to express your thoughts, emotions, um, especially if you have got criticized a lot. This might be the one reason, but you have all the rights to basically own your own fruit, because this is your truth and no one is in your shoes, so no one can empathize with your own experiences, thoughts, and feelings more than you can do. So do not give anyone any power of yourself. I'm seeing that one of your emotional needs is just like you need adventure. You need to like keep yourself entertained and keep your beautiful creative mind entertained. You have lots of potential to be successful at many different endeavors, and they're all going to be something you're passionate about. You strive the most when you surround yourself with supportive people. You want to be the leader for them. You have this like a literal quality of being a leader. However, you most of the time play yourself so small, your ideas so small. You give credit to other people who does not have that brilliant ideas as you did or as you do, or who does not have that much of a vision or experience as you did, but you are putting them on a pedestal while you should be the one putting on a pedestal if someone needs to be put on a pedestal. You have amazing leadership capabilities, and you have a perfect time management. I do not know how aware of you are of it, but you thrive in an environment when you have all the resources. You are not rushing, you do not like to rush. Although you can thrive in that environment, this is not your best environment or the like a most priority environment to work with. You would like to strive yourself with the supportive people who are open, authentic, and who does not like, say something to your face and think something behind your back or say something behind your back. This is definitely not type of your people. So you might be craving for building new connections or even like a family that you are basically literally going to feel safe with. Like I'm having this like a burst of like a little bit of like a crying or getting extra emotional, but I cannot. So maybe you're too tired of it. Maybe it was like such a long journey for you, but there, I promise you, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not that far away. Your emotional needs, one of them is basically keeping your creativity alive, surrounding yourself with people who can give you different perspectives, different ideas, who can help you shine and thrive, and who would like to be in your leadership. To be honest, this is not an egotistical talking. You are a natural born leader, and natural born leaders, true leaders, they do not thrive from ego. They want what is best for the people who are following them. They can sacrifice themselves at times at the cost for the highest good. This is being a good leader, and you actually love helping people, teaching people, like being there for people, sharing what you know with people, and that might be on the esoteric term even, esoteric realm even. That is so nice. Like you have amazing ideas, it's out of this world, and like people would love to listen. You might be a storyteller as well, like telling your stories and basically being listened by others is one of your other like emotional needs, because then you're going to have this like a beautiful connection between all parties. It's like a mental stimulation. Amazing. One of your emotional needs is also, yeah, connect with people on this like a creative terms, like create something together, do some activities together, even like stimulating talks together, opening each other's minds up to different avenues and perspectives, trying out different things, different skills you haven't just tried before, but with all the open-mindedness. No drama, no drama, no criticizing each other, no competition, basically just being fully honest and open with yourself. There's all the Do we have all the elements in here? We have wands, swords, cups. We are only missing pentacles. I feel that the material possessions are not your like biggest priority. You might like to have a nice life, but I don't think that like from your childhood you are not like a person who's like, I want to be a rich, I want to have all the money in the world, and I just want to show up to them their face, or just I want to be the richest in the world. I feel like this was not you, and how you were and how you still feel is that um I want to feel happy. I want to feel joyful. I want to surround myself with people that I can trust, I understand, we can connect with, we can talk for hours. Um, we can create something together, we can have amazing time together. So you prioritize the quality over quantity. And this is one of your needs. And they're telling me that there is nothing to be ashamed of. And I was like also hearing it when I start like looking at the justice card, leave it at the last. Maybe this is one of the most painful things for you since like this is the only card that I kept in reverse in here, although the other cards came in reverse as well. This is a Libra card. You might be a Libra and you might have a hard time to actually accept your body for a while. You might have some physical problems like health issues around your body as well. There's something around knees in here. Like the knees in this picture is like cuts in here, if you can just see it, like with some lines. So it's just like calling me out. You need to ground yourself to basically, there might be still like energies around your energetic field and aura which does not belong to you, this associated with your past, like those past limiting beliefs and critics of other people that might be still dragging you down. I'm saying it since this was in reverse. So you might need to like ground yourself and actually like be with the barefoot on the nature, on the soil regularly. I'm hearing you are the sun. Do not dim your light. Do not play the role of a moon when you need to be the sun. I feel like you dim your light a lot. You let people take advantage of you at times that I'm hearing it. But what you need, what is your emotional need, is basically you start setting boundaries unapologetically, and then you start seeing the people respond towards it, like they accept it, they accept and see that those boundaries cannot be crossed over whatever they do, and they do not even want to they are doing it. So maybe you like even when people shy off from approaching you with their like shaky moods or like a shaky agenda, so you're like, yeah, that's it, because you shouldn't dare to like come to me with those little things or with that kind of like attitude. So there's like a huge emphasis on you like setting boundaries, and that very much helps you. That's gonna fulfill one of your needs, which is feeling empowered in your relationships and being respected, if you have been resonating by being disrespected. Meditate and contemplate. We are going to take this. Communication is the key. I was just mentioning that this is a Gemini card also, and we have Pisces in here. Let me get, sorry, some water. So communication is definitely like this mental stimulation, communication, clear communication, being able to understand each other is definitely one of your core needs in your emotional connections. You know, some people, let's say that you're from different countries and you do not have a common language, like you speak a common language, let's say that's English, but like one of them is like his or her understanding is not that good. So there's a lot of lag in a conversation, even though you both speak in the same language. Some people might be okay with it because their needs are different. But when it comes to you, if there is no fluent conversation, that connection is over there. Like you cannot get less satisfied and drained than like someone is looking at you with empty eyes, or trying to fake of some kind of like understanding, which obviously they do not have. I guess you might be fed up with that. Or if you have been misunderstood a lot in your past, you're already fed up with that. But communication and mutual understanding and respect is very important for you. Meditate and contemplate with the new moon in Pisces. I guess daydreaming is very important for you. You want someone very balanced, and I'm seeing that one of your emotional needs is actually monogamy. So you want to have that one partner that you would like to create a family with. It might be a traditional family or like your own way of family, whatever just basically fulfills your soul. But you want that one and only. And then you want this beautiful soul connections in your life, which is very authentic, your soul tribe and family. You want to be all by yourself, like, okay, you want to be all by yourself, but you also want to be with those people. Maybe like a fantasy world is also like a very nice escape for you. Um, what else? Yeah. You want to have your own space, but at the same time, you want to have this deep emotional connection with someone, which is very, very, very healthy. I hope you're going to find it very soon, actually. I have one other thing in my mind when it comes to this card. Allow yourself to daydream because that really feeds up your creativity. And your partner, your true soul tribe, is not going to criticize you around whatever your needs are. They're going to be actually so all of it. Oh gosh. You need that duality in life as well. Like one of your emotional needs is also like coming and passing from accepting your dualities because we are human beings, we have multiple needs and we are not black and white. So we might have seemingly contradictory needs, but that's so natural. That's all part of us. So accept everything. If you have been criticized by your needs a lot, by gaslighting or manipulation, that seems like the reason why you might have some time, why you have some hard times to being hard on yourself. Sorry for the collapse sentence. I'm really having a hard time to speak. Okay, so what are group number one's emotional needs, spirit? Let us get two cards in here. Peace. Oh my god, you're a peacemaker. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. I feel that you have been doing it through multiple different people. Like you're literally like a black hole that absorbs everything and just releases it. But like you do not necessarily release it. You still keep it in your body. Can you see that how these like basically shapes, geometric shapes, they keep like spiraling over into the infinity. And then this is something, and they're like very much the same color. That tells me that sometimes you might be too much ungrounded, too much in your upper chakras, and you forget to actually release and be present in this reality of the world because it might be too painful for you. So you're a natural peacemaker, but you are learning to set your boundaries more and more assertively so that you're not letting anyone to take basically advantage of you. But peace is one of your emotional needs in your relationships. So you want something very easygoing, very easy flowing, that you do not feel the need of controlling the outcome. You can basically ease up with that person, especially if you are wanting to attract a masculine energy partner, regardless of the gender, then you are asked to surrender to your divine feminine energy. So you are in need of being in the presence of a divine masculine energy where he or she can open their heart up to you. And this is going to make you feel so safe that you're going to be all around them and all about, like, I'm hearing all about you, and you're going to be all your authentic self. And this is going to feel so peaceful, but not boring. What are group number one's emotional needs, spirit? What are group number one's emotional needs? One more card from here. Ooh! Oh my god, surrender. I can release my need to control. Haven't we said that? Yes, this is the divine feminine energy. Like releasing the need to control, and this happens with the presence of that person. Like, I mean, your healing is not dependent on one person. You already know it. But I believe that, like, you're at the journey of your healing journey right now. When this person arrives, like, they are the last missing piece of the puzzle. So, imagination, exactly. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Please do so. This is very healing for you. Please keep doing that. So, let's get your self care cards. What your guides are urging you to do in regards to fulfill your emotional needs. What your guides are urging you to do to fulfill your emotional needs. For group number one, please. Can we get one card? Oh, okay, we have two in here. Connect with crystals. And Oh my God, be still. We have 11 in here. I feel that you might be getting like a divine messages and repetitive numbers 11 and 4. And when you are in the stillness, like ground yourself, be still, allow yourself to daydream. Literally do nothing, stare at the wall, stare at the ceiling. Stargazing is coming as well. You let your imagination to basically roll over and run, especially in the nighttime. That I feel it's very healing for you, and like keeping crystals around you while you do that. So, and especially while you're sleeping, like keeping certain crystals, which is not going to interrupt your sleeping, which is not going to go crazy about the dreaming journey, but actually gonna help you to soothe and like sleep with. Like one of them is rose quartz, for example, could be very helpful for you. And having a regular sleep schedule is also something I'm hearing. Let's get your one advice card for you, currently group number one. What does Spirit want to advise? We have blessed 22. You're definitely seeing angel numbers. Okay. Never ending story. This is ending. Okay. So I'm going to read it quickly from the book 22, your last message. 25 4 and yes. So this card says that humility is called for now, as grace is an unarmed gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have hit rock bottom, and what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you will be blessed. You might be feeling that you might have many rock bottoms in your life. However, you always just rise up above them. And you are going to do it again if you feel like you are going through one of them again. But you are called out for a big, big, big surrender in your life because your amazing blessings just want to come into your life. But group number one, this is all I got for you. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy with me. I love reading for you. And if you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you being in here, and also share your comments, share your experiences down in the comments with me. If you would like to connect with me further for personal reading, you can find my email address in the description box below and the details. And also, if you want to follow up your daily energies, you can follow me on Instagram, where I share daily or bi-daily energies there as well. But I'm wishing you an amazing rest of your week, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, very much take care of yourselves, and bye bye. Hello, welcome. Group number two, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this oracle deck, what was its name? The Soul's Journey. Oh, okay. I dropped one of my guidebooks. If you have chosen this oracle cards with the labradorite on it, then this is going to be a reading. So before I start with your reading, let me share with you what I felt with your meditation. I just heard freedom. Like one of your emotional needs is freedom, emotional freedom. And also you might be a traveler. I heard sailor. So you might like to sail onto the sea, and the sea might be actually like being around any kind of water bodies can be so calming and peaceful for you as well. Travel, have I mentioned traveling might be also important for you. There was one more thing, but let's see if it's going to come back. But let's jump into reading group number two. I will shuffle these cards later along, and I will start with your tarot cards in here. So what are group number two's emotional needs, Spirit? Tell us about them. We have moon under the bottom, misinterpretation. I feel like you're kind of a person who like to keep things to themselves, so you don't want to reveal too much, and especially you don't want to keep people know about what you're up to all at your life stages. And this also includes when you're in a relationship too. Like you're not type of like a person who would like to talk every second of every day or text every second of every day or tell every single little thing or detail about your day. So that might have been coming up with the freedom. To be honest, I was just feeling like Sagittarius energy. You might be. You don't necessarily need to be. There might be like Sagittarius in your north node, or like any placement around your chart. Basically, we have a lot. Oh, loyalty, Page of Cups. Okay, let's dive deeper into it. I heard cheesy, not like cheesy, but like oh let's get into it. Like there is some. How is it like? I just want to like unravel it. Like I just want to get into it as quickly because it's gonna be oh yeah juicy. Oh gosh, I'm a little bit tired. Sorry. So what are group number two's emotional needs, Spirit? Tell us. Oh, we have Four of Wands, celebration that came in reverse. Interesting. What are group number two's emotional needs, Spirit? Let's get two more. Oh, do I have one card in here? Wait. No? I feel like something was basically turned upside down. Okay, maybe not. What are group number two's emotional spirit? Maybe you saw a card there you wanted me to pull, but I didn't. Okay. Let's get all three of them. We have Four of Pentacles, control in reverse. That tells a lot about freedom. We have Empress, nourishment. And the Five of Cups, grief in reverse. Okay, group number two. Can you see them all? Yes, I guess this is somehow better. Okay. Yeah, that's making some sense definitely with your meditation message and the devil obsession under the bottom of the deck reverse. You definitely do not like being in a codependent relationship. You really much need your freedom. Like you want to make your mistakes and you don't want anyone next to you nagging about it, what you should be doing it, what's the best for you, etc. Even though they know it, you still want to try and learn from your own mistakes. So you want to get your time. First of all, loyalty is very important for you in a relationship, but this is something that needs to be earned. And you might also want to get close and like a loyal to the person even at the earlier stages of the relationship. I don't think that you're necessarily a person that takes like years to basically to take things up to a next level. Like even if like you're seeing, let's say, multiple people all at the same time, let's say dating or flirting, etc., there's like one person for you in your heart usually that you really want things to work out with. But more of so that you want someone loyal because you want someone that you can give your heart and time into, that you know that it's going to be worthwhile for, and you want to explore like I'm hearing esoteric things again. Like you want to like explore the unknown with that person. Like you don't necessarily uh, start something or dating with someone by thinking that I want it to be a committed relationship. I want it to turn into like a traditional family. You just like start wanting to get to know that person because it feels good, it feels different, it feels like there's some untapped potential there in that person that you want to tap into. So you can just get whatever you can get off from this person. It's not like in a using sense, no, not definitely. It's in a sense that you can learn whatever they have, and you want to allow them to teach you by learning through them. And then you are not going to get sad or devastated at the end if it doesn't work out, because you were not trying to control things to go in a certain way, even from the beginning. Like your purpose is really to like get the most joy out from life and your experiences, including with people. Like relationships must be actually one of the most and the very important thing for you to learn and evolve yourself. So Yeah, I hope that's making sense. Like you are an explorer that I'm hearing from spirit. But the fourth once in reverse is you might not be so big on like traditional celebrations, and you also might want to like keep your achievements or your goals under tact. Like you do not share it with people. You do not like make a big deal out of even like a quite successful occasions or quite big achievements of yours. At times you might be thinking that you don't even want to jinx it or it's none of their business, like we haven't talked in a while and am I just gonna publish it on social media? No, thank you. Might be your perspective. um I want to get one clarity for this four of wands in reverse. You want something genuine, and then you don't want too many people up in your business, to be honest. You want it to worth your efforts and whiles. Anxiety, Eight of Swords, and reverse. I feel like you are quite a sensitive person, like get attached and affected from energies around you, and literally you don't want to jinx anything by opening it up because most of the time you have realized time and time again that other people's energy is affecting you. Like you are so happy, you are so like grounded and you're so full of life and energy, and up in a sudden after like basically coming across with someone or talking with someone or on purpose meeting with someone, you start feeling off and you start learning by experience through time that it's not you, you're absorbing energies, so you don't want to do that one as well. When it comes to your emotional needs, maybe you needed to hear a confirmation that this is totally normal and the spirit wants you to actually keep doing what you're doing because you know whom that you feel your soul, your intuition feels safer to share things with, but not everyone. I also said that in the group number one, you also like cherish quality over quantity, strength and bravery. Spirit is saying that you are a very strong soul, you're a warrior, and not everyone can basically keep it together as much as you are doing it. I feel like people's perspective towards you is that you're someone who keeps always it together, regardless of what kind of circumstances or the hardships you're going through, you always keep it together. And people are all of it. They might actually want to be nosy, they might really want to know, but you're like, you're so like kind, professional, and very diplomatic in a sense when you know that you need it to be and you want it to be. It's so effortless of you. You just so like kindly reject them, but they don't even realize it until they remove themselves from your presence. Oh my god, this is so nice. I'm sorry for laughing, but I love this energy. Okay. So when it comes to the Four of Pentacles, so you need your own privacy as a sort of your emotional need. When it comes to here, Four of Pentacles in reverse, Empress, and Five of Cups in reverse, you might be resonating more of being an introvert. You don't necessarily need to be, but you definitely do a lot of attention. You give a lot of attention on your self care. Regardless of your physical gender, you might started to love and get into and lean into your divine feminine energy more and more and more. Like you nourish your body with the foods that you eat, with the music that you listen. Even like you might let your skin to get under the moonlight on specific nights. Oh my god, I just realized I had this deck for a while. She is the Empress, she's sitting on Saturn. Oh, Saturn was my favorite planet when I was a kid. Only if I knew that was like one of the harshest planets. I don't know. But I feel like you are in love with your process at the moment. You're in love with every aspect of yourself. You are making peace with all the hardships you've gone through. And you might be like brutally honest person because like I mean this tells me that this is someone who owns and nourishes their own like truth and it does the same for the people around them that they love the most. Like you might be the most brutally honest to the people you love the most, and sometimes they might not be able to receive it, they might not be able to take it because they might not be ready to hear it, but you always feel like this is for the best because I want the best for them. I do not intend for them to love me or like me at the moment maybe, but this is more important for them to love me because I want their happiness. If it's gonna cost for them to basically unlike me for a temporary amount of time, then I'll get that. This is so honest. Honesty is very, very important for you. Like you expect the same energy, you gave it to the other people. You definitely do not like to control other people. They might be coming to you for advice. You might be giving them advice, but you do not like be nosy about it. You do not ask to follow up for them like, oh, did you follow my advice? What did happen? No, you let them be. Like you share with what they ask for, but not more. You expect the same thing. I'm just, again, the privacy keeps coming. And you do not like to dwell on the past. And it might be harder for you when people keep coming to you with the same kind of, I'm hearing excuses. They keep finding for themselves some excuses to keep staying in the past, keep themselves stuck with the past and basically creating something to complain about, to hold on to because they do not want to lose their identity. And you see that so clearly. And maybe you have a low tolerance towards that, no tolerance for the bullshit. So you want the same thing, you expect the same thing. They want me to get one more clarity. Because I feel like I was telling you about you more than like telling you about your emotional needs. Time is very important for you. You really do not like to get bound by anything. Even like any traditional terms, you might be having your own business. You appreciate also people who take their time, to get to know you, put the effort in. Also, who put attention on the details. So, for example, you keep meeting with someone, oh, I'm getting chills. Okay. So, this is one thing that goes to your heart, even romantically or friendships or the true genuine connection. So, you want someone who is attentive to the details. So, when you meet with someone a couple of times and, like you talk about regular things, maybe like even the smallest detail or like a smallest, like a seemingly unimportant story you told, but the next time they remember, and then not only they remember the next time, but they remember other things and they make connection out of it. You are mind blown. You're like, oh my god, where have you been? Tell me more. Oh, it's really like a juicy energy. I'm sorry for saying it. I love that. Crossroads, Two of Swords. I feel like there are a lot of potentially romantic partners that is in your life, or that might have been, you have been going through already. You might have met with lots of potential flirtatious partners in your life, but you never quite find the one that I feel. Like, it's just like there's a little part highlighted at the crossroads of those two swords. It's just like calling me out that Spirit is telling me that you're looking out for impossible, but okay, support. I feel like it's an amazing energy of like keeping yourself at such high regards, that which you do deserve. And I want to just clarify, why do Spirit wants me to just like dwell over it more? It is a relationship structure, relationships, yeah. Like you are looking out for that one, but Spirit wants me to tell you that you're gonna get the one. You're gonna create your own structure. You're extremely determined of it. They appreciate that. One thing is that they want me to just remind you, and please do not shoot the messenger, that no one is perfect. So we all have some parts in ourselves that is imperfect, and it's like through those imperfections, basically finding the love and loving those imperfect parts about each other as well is what's coming through. Okay, yes. So Let's just continue over here. Let's get one Moonology card about what are group number two's emotional needs, spirit. Conclusions are within reach, and that came on reverse, and I don't like read reverses with this oracle. Your hard work is paying off. Okay. You don't want someone codependent. You don't want someone around your energetic field that is like looking out for answers all from you, because you know that you can provide it. You know that you can give anything that for someone who's like having a trouble, because I believe that you've been through a lot, you might be reading a lot, researching a lot. You have the answers, but you do not necessarily need to like being nosy and like keep giving unsolicited advice for people, and you do not want them as well. You want someone self-sufficient. This includes romantic relationships, this includes family relationship, friendship dynamics. You want someone also like hardworking, you know. Things that not go to their lap, basically they haven't find themselves and an abundance out from the blue, but they worked hard for it. So you appreciate that, because then it creates some sense of like stability. It creates some sense of how does it call, like you can trust that person because they work hard for it. They did not just quit at the first obstacle that they saw. They should have had multiple obstacles, but that person's persistence, so am I. So I feel like we can definitely find a lot of common grounds, and we are very strong-willed people, and I want to see those kind of strong-willed people around me. I feel like you really appreciate someone like you around you. What are group number two's emotional needs, spirit? It's the service. I feel good when I can help others. I was mentioning like, oh, this gives you self-confidence, all the like and the envy. Okay. This gives you all the solar plexus chakra energies. Like I was talking about, people are asking you for help and you're being for them, but you don't want to be the sole source of their survival, you know? Envy, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. You accept this concept. You know that everyone is one, but we do all have different challenges. And you do not like someone around you who's gonna looking at you with envy. You do not like those energies. You remove yourself from those energies. Ooh. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. I have been mentioning that you want someone who takes their time, who does not rush into things. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. This is you. You definitely want someone like you. Oh my god, I love this energy. Let me get a sip of water. So, what can group number two can do in order to fulfill their emotional needs, spirit, at this time? Tell us. What is this? Read! I really mentioned, and I shuffle the cards, I swear. Okay, I was just mentioning that you might like to read and learn, and that's why, like besides you've gone through a lot of experiences, if you resonate with this, you might be like always reading and researching, hence you had the knowledge to any kind of questions that anyone can come you about. So I feel like this really fulfills your soul, and spirit wants you to keep doing that. And you're reading different stuff than the most majority reads. Like you're very open-minded and you like to stimulate your mind by reading. You just get lost in it. Spend time with animals, 48. This adds up to 12 and to 3. You have this innate connection with animals. You might have a pet already. You might like owls. There's a dog in here, a cat, a squirrel, and a bird, and a deer. How did I miss the deer? That's the most giant one in here. You might have been always fascinated by wolves. You might be also defined yourself by being a lone wolf, and you love this energy because you're very independent and you like to see it in other people as well. But basically, spending time around your pet or animals is very, very nourishing for you. I feel like you have been already doing those things. It's amazing. Let's get one last advice for you at the time being, group number two, in regards to your emotional needs. What spirit would like to highlight as your last message? We have two. Time for a nap and exchanging gifts. Have you been just like doing a lot recently, group number two, so you haven't been giving yourself time to rest? You are asked to step into your divine feminine energy and like allow yourself to receive more. Bup, bup. 24, yes. So the time for a nap says that you are a human being, not a human doing. So good. Is it possible you're suffering from workaholism? Could you be the one who thinks it's your job to save everyone, to be there for everyone, and to go, go, go until you can barely see straight? You have gone as far as you can. You worked so hard and nourished people and projects, but now you are an empty well and have no reserves for others or for yourself. Do not let your ego keep you going full speed when your body and spirit needs rest. Exhaustion is calling you to stop what you're doing altogether and take a break. If you don't, the appearance of this card could portend a possible illness that stems from being totally overwhelmed. You will feel like a new person if you take a break and do it now. Okay, we're gonna keep it upright and exchanging gifts. So the protection message says that be careful what you pray for because you just might get it and then realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you always desired, but you know you will have to walk away from, or even fail at it because you can't or won't pay the dues it asks you of. It might be due to tiredness if that resonates. So, if you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because spirit will help you to achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being only a giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life where you find yourself in a victim mode in a codependent dynamic or holding onto a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue prove yourself. The time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Being aware of the need for both give and take is a first step to your true destiny. It is good, it is all good, and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. Whew. That was a beautiful reading, group number two. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible energy with me. I love reading your cards. I hope you enjoyed the reading as well. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, share your experiences down in the comments with me. I love hearing it. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can find my email address and the details in the description box below. Also, you can follow me on the Instagram if you want to get daily energy or bi-daily energies for yourself as well that I share there. But I'm wishing you an amazing rest of your week. Hope to see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves and bye-bye. Hello, group number three. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the self-care oracle cards and with the amethyst on it, then this is going to be your reading. So let me start your reading by actually sharing with you what I felt for your meditation. And oh my god, this is a pile that I can really like tell clearly that my jaw does not hurt. It was hurting a lot. I was talking a lot. So group number three, to be honest, I felt like I was a little bit blocked to reaching for your energy. You might be at the stage of your life that I literally like saw that you're blocking everything and anyone, including the spirit. I saw like a dark door, dark room, and you're inside. Maybe like you're in front of a windowsill. And by the way, there was a one song named Windowsill. I forgot who was just like who was singing it, but if I remember, I will put it down in the description box so you can just like go there and find it. Maybe you like the song. It's the same guided to share, but I just see an image that someone is just sitting in front of a windowsill or in a dark room and just like potting and not happy with life and don't want to do anything, just want to stay there. So that might be our current energy, but let's dive deeper into your emotional needs, group number three. I will shuffle it for the end of the reading. And I will start with your tarot. So what are group number three's emotional needs, Spirit? What do you want us to know about group number three's emotional needs, Spirit? They are telling me like at the moment that might be like more like current energy focus reading for you. Four of Wands celebration in reverse. I got this card for group number two, but I'm not sure if you're gonna need that pile. Let's see. What are group number three's emotional needs, Spirit? What can you tell us more about it? Group number three's emotional needs. I feel like you are shut off from like multiple things in your life at the moment. We have understanding. You might be yearning for understanding, inspiration, and invention. Page of Wands, the Star card, Ace of Swords, and the Page of Wands. I'm gonna get a clarity for. Okay, that was fast. Communication, Three of Wands in reverse. I love these keywords in here. I'm gonna get them. They want me to wait until I start talking about it. Okay, so we have the Seed, Seven of Swords in reverse under the bottom of the deck. So group number three, you feel like kind of misunderstood. Like you might go through a hermit mode in order to basically isolate yourself from any kind of energies you didn't want. The people's like perceptions might be weighted so heavily on you recently. Though this is like a big energy, like with the star in here, like there's a divine reason why you have pulled within yourself recently or gone through those experiences. I feel like Spirit is like guiding you to understand yourself from different lenses, from different point of views, not from the point of views of those who does not even understand you. They want you to gain a higher perspective towards your own life, your own expectations, and your own fulfillment, because something is clearly not making you feel happy. The celebration of Four of Wands is in reverse in here. Something that you felt like it was like foundational, it was so structural, it should not have been so solid, it's just like shaking it down recently, and you're not quite happy about it. The communication might have gone wrong. There might be a miscommunication, but miscommunication is not the issue in here. There was a structural issue that needs to be shaken by the Spirit, which has been done. So it's just bringing you a clear and bigger understanding of what has been needing to change in your life in order for you to step into your own power and create your own endeavors. I'm just having an example. I really do not like giving it. I don't think I've ever given it, but it's just like, someone is losing their job or not even feeling motivated anymore about doing their, let's say, 9 to 5 job, and they want to start their own endeavor, own projects, and like moving towards it. So if there's an area in your life that you're having some difficulties, or you feel like people are not like, the communication is not so clear, communication is so hard, you cannot see the future, you thought that you wanted something for your future, but now you feel like even if you have it, maybe this is not something you want. It's Three of Wands to the Four of Wands, and they're both in reverse. It's telling me that you might not be wanting the things that you once wanted in your life. Let's get clarity for the Star. It's part of your healing journey. Ten of Cups, completion in reverse, yes. And let's get a card for Page of Wands. Invention. You are meant to create something so dear to your heart. Too many cards, Spirit. We have Three of Swords, heartbreak, Page of Pentacle, prospects, and the Chariot, the progress in reverse. Interesting. So with the Ten of Cups in reverse, clarifying the Star in here, it just tells me that you had a foundation, but yes, it was not fulfilling you. Maybe you have been trying to resist on it quite a while, and now it's just coming up to the surface that it's not fulfilling you. So one of your emotional needs is actually you want to see understanding from the people around you. You want to feel that you belong somewhere, you feel understood, and people are clear about their communications. You don't feel like you need to basically be attentive to everyone's understanding and be attentive to everyone's like emotional needs there. You just want to be your own person and not want to feel like you need to take the responsibility of all the people in the room, because this is not fair. This has never been fair. You're basically striped away from the life that you knew, that you thought that it's going to be for forever, and you are directed into a new direction. There is some pain around here with something you needed to let go of. You feel like you're not progressing, you're regressing, you're going back to the beginning, or even back less further than the beginning, but this is not the case. You have something on your mind. You created a skill. This is a big sentence. You started something. This is very new. This is unknown, and you have been inspired by the stars. I'm hearing you have been inspired by the divine. You are creating, bringing something into the world. This has a lot of potential for you to start making money out of it. Only when you accept the heartbreak, you accept the so-called, so perceived loss for the time being. I'm saying it because Three of Swords is a minor arcana, so they represent the temporal, basically timelines for us, compared to major arcanas, which represents actually big changes. I'm hearing phenomenal changes in your life. So Star and the Chariot in here, the fact that Chariot in reverse is telling me that something is in balance in your life. I'm hearing faith. The faith towards yourself, the faith towards your dreams is like not balanced. You might be looking out for external validations, but you don't need that. You just need to trust yourself and your skills. You have something unique and you need to embrace it. You are asked to connect with Aries. Whose Aries in your life? You're asked to connect with the Mars energy. You're asked to start taking action. You have been on, have you been like on the sidelines of your life a lot? Which means that like you have been watching other people like maybe getting what they want, or you have been in the same kind of like stage in your life and nothing has been improved. It wasn't bad, I mean, it was good, and many people could have envy what you had, your status, and the people around you, but like, you wanted more, and this is all your right to want more. So you might feel like you were stagnant, so you were asked to take charge of your own life. Oh, let's see, okay. I wasn't sure if they're gonna let me get more cards. For the prospects, for the Page of Pentacles in here, yeah, the change. Phenomenal changes is coming. Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So delusions, leaving the delusions behind that you do not have the control of your life. When you take a leap of faith, the universe is going to catch you. What you need right now as the emotional need, and I'm really saying right now because I'm so much like focused, directed my focus by the spirit in your current energy. You are need to let go of your comfort zone, even though the Nine of Pentacles is not upright in here, in order to bring change to your life. One thing is that they're saying that you fly and we are going to catch you. You're never going to fall down, because like your airbags, your parachute is your skills. Literally is your skills. Like just trust on it. You have something to offer to this world. The people around you have been like diluting your skills, I'm hearing. As like you are questioning yourself a lot at times when you're ungrounded, so please ground yourself. This is so important too. I saw 10, like 10 on the clock. So there's like a big changes happening in your life, big new beginning when you take this first step basically to the you're so seemingly unknown. It is an unknown, but it's gonna bring like amazing opportunities. So your soul right now is craving for an understanding, that your soul wants you to understand yourself, not rely on others, for to understand your inspirations, to understand where you want to go, why you want to do the things. Like you want to, your soul wants you to give the credit to yourself that you're looking off from other people, and your soul wants you to take a risk, to leap faith into the unknown. So you're gonna feel rewarded. Your emotional needs are going to be met because your soul is looking out for an adventure. Group number 3. Wow. Let's get a Moonology card about what are group number 3's emotional needs, Spirit. What? Okay. Oh, of course that's on the floor. Let me get that. Oh, there are two. Wait, I cannot grab that. Yeah. Aries! Haven't I mentioned Aries? Okay, full moon Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Maybe you're an Aries. A personal issue reaches a resolution, full moon in Cancer. So their predominant energies, Aries and Cancer, and the Sagittarius will get the bigger picture. Is very dominant in your cards. I'm gonna put them in the middle. Okay, so this card usually from an Aries, sometimes it scares me 50-50. And I usually just tell that it might be good to think before you act, but in this case, I feel like the spirit is nudging you to take a freaking action. I'm sorry, but this is like a very positive energy actually, because there has been something within you that it has been like accumulating, boiling in a sense, a personal issue. It's like so emotional, so dear to your heart that you didn't share with others. You've gone into your own shell, to your hermit mode, and you feel alone, you feel misunderstood, left alone, maybe even betrayed at some senses. This is the delusion energy, like you ungrounded and isolated yourself so much, even for your spirit team who would like to help you, that without your permission, they cannot reach out to you. So they want you to get out of your own comfort zone at the moment. Your soul really needs an adventure. Like do something that you would not normally do. Even like starting from small, that if you always take a certain road to your work, just do a different one. If you always follow a certain road to your market, then change your market or take a different road. Or if you never go out on a walk before you fall asleep, then just go out in the night if it's safe for where you live, to have like a fresh air and come back. Like do some changes in your routine. This is what is your emotional need, literally. And I'm feeling like, oh, okay, sorry, I feel like you really need to let it go. Like, let it out mostly. It's not like, oh, let it go. No, it's not easy. So, you are asked to share it with someone. Literally, vent out, lay it all out. The best way to do is literally just talking with a trusted coach or a professional about it. You really need to feel understood, and you might really get benefit from actually talking with a professional in that sense. hmm They might help you to gain a bigger understanding, because there are definitely things that need to adjusted in your life in order for you to bring a balance into the situation and bring love and be step into a more authentic self. But in order to do that, you need to step out of your comfort zone in here. Let's see. What are group number three's emotional needs, spirits? Okay, we have one. Self-esteem. So I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. I feel like you are questioning yourself a lot, like, what can I even offer? Like, what can I even do in this world? Like, what is my role? They're like, are these some existential crisis that is also like happening you're resonating with? You don't know the reason of the lessons you're going through. You cannot make sense of it anymore, how things are working in your life. You might think that it should have been easier. You're having a hard time to surrender. I can release my need to control. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the inside of awareness. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the inside of awareness. I feel like you need to embrace this sentence a little bit more, using it as an affirmation, because I'm going to put it here. So, one of your biggest needs, emotional needs, is to surrender to the control, releasing your need to control so that you can take a leap of faith into the unknown. Like, there are some things that you really didn't want to see. You were just like putting things under the rug. It's in a denial mode. Like, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. This is like a changing a perspective, that the things are not happening to me, but they were happening for me, as painful as they were. Because You need to gain that. I don't even want to say you need to, because it's a hard position to be in, that you want to be confident and trust and make decisions, like even like a critical decision making, but you don't feel confident enough. You keep just like going on and on about all the options and possibilities. It's nearly like analysis paralysis, hence the denial. So it's just like you're creating a different universe and a reality for yourself where you keep yourself stuck. It feels like a safe for you, because at least at that place you are not taking any risks, so that you're not gonna basically go back and set that I wish I wouldn't have done that. But what I'm hearing is that if you don't take a risk, you might think in the future that I wish I would have done that. At least, like, there will be some joy in my life. I wouldn't be creating a life for myself that would have been keeping me so stuck. I really, really feel that your soul needs a lot of joy at the moment. Like, your inner child would like to connect with you, and would you like they would you do something fun for me is literally coming. So anything you would have liked to do as a child. So let's get some self-care cards that they could be actually helpful for you at the moment. I want to see like what are your emotional needs that you can just take an action towards. What are group number three's emotional needs that they can take an action towards, spirits? Group number three's emotional needs that you want them to take an action towards. Ooh, okay, I'll get that. We have burning bowl ritual. To let go. What I'm just seeing and hearing is that literally it's like a moon ritual, like doing a ritual at your own time, at your own pace, and writing down everything you want to let go of. It's going to be a little bit of like a painful process at first. It's just because for a little while, and you can just make it as colorful and as beautiful as possible, so that it's not going to look like basically a sacrifice ritual of black and white. So whatever feeds your soul, just like make it as fun as possible. Even like putting your favorite music to boost you up, your favorite food around, favorite scents, crystals if you have it around, your favorite paper and pen. You can just like also, dress yourself up. Like you're gonna be in a good mood, and then you're gonna let them go. Whatever you need to let it go, you're gonna let it go. I feel like this is something related to your feminine energy, some like a divine feminine ancestral line had these kind of traumas, and it has been basically transferred to you in an unhealed way that you're healing. Dancing might be very, very like, is it the somatic dance? The moves around your body, like in a daily basis, starting your mornings with a dance, including like a dances in the middle of your days if possible, just moving your body around with all the sensuality is going to help you release all those stuck emotions. It's also right now I'm being reminded by like opening up your hips, especially if you do yoga, is going to help you to actually release a lot of stuck emotions within your body. Especially our hips just holds so much memory and tightness, especially emotional burden. So that might be one thing. Literally, first meditating upon what is making you upset and being very true to yourself about it without any denial, because it might be too much to feel. So you might just like basically divide it into a couple of days if it's too painful for you to do it at once. Write them all into the paper and then release them. You can even like burn them in a safe place. Mending is your advice I wanted to get as a last. Is this the last card in the stack? Serendipity in reverse. Yeah, you're asked to do something serendipitous. Let's see, 52. Ooh, that's the last card. So it says that. Ooh, okay. Relationship message says that you come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come out of forgiveness and an honest redress. And the general oracle message says that each time we hurt and allow hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate the unwanted burden. So this keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now's the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and make amends to others and set yourself free. Oh my god, that was beautiful. So, group number three, this is all I got for you. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy with me. I'm sending you lots of love and light and patience. I hope you liked the reading. I loved having you here. Please give the thumbs up to the video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want to further down connect with me for personal reading, you can find my email address and the details in the description box below. And if you want to follow me on the Instagram, you can find it in the description box below where I share daily or bi-daily energies there with you. But I'm wishing you an amazing rest of your day or night whenever you're watching it. And hope to see you next time. Until then, very much take care of yourselves and bye bye.